Hello, my name is Shadley, welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Mexico. In previous episode, we intervened a little bit in a revolution in Haiti, so now there's a bit more capitalist government, although actually the trade unions are the biggest interest group in there, oddly enough. But regardless, at least they're no longer oligarchy, so that's good. British Republic decided to rival us, and then of course our GDP has been growing at pretty good speed. We are actually number 4 right now, so we just surpassed Austria-Hungary. They've had a bit of drops there, and Russia is just slightly above us, but of course they have the gene market helping them sort of produce a lot of things, so that does help them, admittedly. But right now we're just mostly waiting for the time to pass. We are going to need a bit more bureaucracy. I'm going to build another 5 in Mexico City. Let's go ahead and bring at least 2 of them to the top of the list. It does mean that the investment pool will have some time to grow as well, which currently isn't all that high. And once the administration centers are done, then that's not necessarily going to be growing for a little bit. But once we get the public or mutual funds, which is going to take 5 to 8 months now. That's not too bad, actually. And once we get the electric railways as well, that's going to be quite... Oh, nitration fixations, and that's going to increase the chemical fertilizer production. Right, yeah, we can get more fertilizers from the chemical plants, which is quite nice. Electric railways is also going to be very handy. I think we might go for the telephones after that one. And then maybe something from the military again. Kind of the production and military have been the two that we've been focusing on in this run. Now, I do wonder, actually, if we were to declare war, can we... no, not directly. I mean, once we are in the war, we might be able to liberate Mosquito Kingdom. Although, if we declare war directly on them... Now, you see, this is interesting. I think this is a way to fight Britain. If we declare war on Mosquito Kingdom, then Britain shouldn't be able to bring in their allies. We'll have Venezuela as our ally, so we might be able to do the landings in Priest Guyana still. And yeah, okay, I like that idea. We'll do the war against USA first. Speaking of which, how much... we're not really increasing the army size right now, are we? So that's something that we could do. Trade crew in from Venezuela? Sure. Let's have a look. Would they be any more willing to join the customs? Oh, if we owe them an obligation, they would join. Sure. I'll do that. So our market will grow bigger. They've yet to say yes to it, though. So, oh, there we go. So now, if we have a look at the members, we've got... Well, we've got 3 of us. It's me, Ecuador, and Venezuela. I wouldn't mind getting Colombia in there as well, but that might be a little bit more difficult considering that they are currently a subject of Russia. A dominion at that. Oh, right, so we might have some... Oh yeah, that explosive production or explosive trade route isn't quite as profitable anymore. So we'll take away that one. And if we have a look at the goods situation now, so engines are still very high demand. Wine is in pretty high demand as well. Okay, well that means that if we were to just increase the wheat production or wheat farms over here in Oregon a little bit, we'll get another 15, for example. So that will definitely... Oh, and what do we have here? Language in classrooms. If we anger the trade unionists, then we'll lose some good bonuses there. The Catholic Church and Petite Bourgeoisie don't actually give us any bonus directly, so we're going to reduce the assimilation for a little bit. I think it's going to be fine. Hopefully we'll get the administration stuff. I mean, again, we're still losing less than £9,000 per week for the unrealized taxes, so I'm not too worried about the lack of bureaucracy, but the higher bureaucracy we have, of course, means that we can maybe switch or increase some of the institutions, for example, maybe get the secret police or something pushed in and that sort of stuff. So there's definitely good... Oh, Montana discovered some oil. So there's oil in a lot of places. How much do we have? Oh, okay, it's only 3. But if we do have a look at that, actually, I'm a little bit curious now. How many states over here have already discovered oil? A lot of them. New Mexico and Arizona have not, Nevada has not, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington have not. And then, of course, a lot of Mexico hasn't, but... Damn, there's a lot of oil in here, let's just say. Oh, wait a minute, we're number 3 in GDP. We're above Russia already. Although our GDP has suffered a tiny bit there. But still, that is not too shabby at all. So how far are we from getting the universities, I do wonder? Well, they're not building yet. And... I don't know. Oh, there's one. Then a lot of naval bases. Some administration. Okay, so there might not be that... Oh, wait, no, there's two over here already. Alright, then. They'll probably switch page right when I looked the other way. Getting some more dye plantations in Oaxaca. And our... Oh, right, coffee is something we could definitely use a bit more. Now that, I believe, is something we do have quite a bit in production already. Well, we don't have that much. We could probably just put in the automatic irrigation, quite frankly. That's going to increase production drastically. I'm going to also put these to auto-expand a little bit. What do we have here? Netherlands is having a bourgeoisie revolt. Okay. Well, it's looking crazier and crazier. All discovered in Texas again. Encourage this trend. Right, so Prussia is having a war against Austro-Hungary. Well, that might explain why the GDP... Wait a minute. Communist Mecklenburg strike. For a moment, I thought that was North Korea. I was like, hold on a minute. What's happening in Jazeera? But no. Not quite the same. So transportation is still in pretty high demand. Electricity is definitely in high demand. And looks like we are starting to have a little bit of lack of infrastructure in various places. Now, to be fair, once we get the electric railways, that's going to be fixed. But I will probably start expanding a little bit of the railways around here. And Jalisco as well needs one. Of course, we could also get a few ports to get such just a bit more convoys to use. Not a bad idea either. We don't have all that many ports in general right now. Like, total convoys we have 3,700, which is okay for maybe a medium nation, but we are already quite a large nation, so we definitely need to get a lot more. So we can afford doing more trading then. Of course, well, oh, there we go. Bureaucracy situation has been fixed, so yeah, we're making pretty good money. The investment pool is growing, but that's because we're building two, well, at least one university. Probably, oh no, we're building two of them already. So that is no doubt having a bit of an impact there. So Heidi, would you be willing to join my customs union? Nope. Oh, they're cautious about me. Well, I'm improving the relations. I could probably just bankroll them, quite frankly. It doesn't cost me all that much. And it's going to improve the relations quite quickly. And at the same time, it's also going to, you know, maybe fix their economy a little bit. I have a feeling that their GDP is 2 million right now. So yeah, that's not too much. Ah. And some oil discovered over here. In Ecuador, okay. Speaking of which, Ecuador has a bit of a worker shortages in here. So they're probably using the best worker reduction things that they can. But no doubt that is one of the reasons why they... Yeah, standard of living is pretty high there. Now, ours is already 15.1 on average, and our population is still growing quite rapidly, so, you know, it definitely helps. But I think if we were to... Well, I suppose we'll be able to declare the war on USA soon, in a matter of a few weeks. I think we'll probably start it on, or start the diplomatic play on February already. We got quite a bit of infamy though, so we might not be able to take too much. Maybe Kansas, Oklahoma, and maybe Arkansas. I mean, there's a bit of oil there. There's a lot of lead mines as well, and some industries. Another option would be maybe go for Minnesota. I don't think it would. Well, go for Florida could be quite funny. So where? Oh, right. Illinois is now their capital state, so that's actually a little bit closer to the front line as well. And I believe there is actually a way to set a state as, yeah, interests. But at the same time, all the war goals that you have are already the interests. So I think we're going to go for Arkansas, just so the war goals are going to be all nearby one another. So that's going to be slightly less of an issue. Assuming that it's not going to be too expensive in terms of infamy. So let's say Kansas, or maybe no, we'll go for Oklahoma first. So that is 27 infamy already, okay. That is quite a bit. Now, technically speaking, well, we don't have that massive army, to be fair. Our army is good, but it's not good enough to take over the world quite yet. So, say we go for Oklahoma. And then we'll add in a war goal on... Right, so actually liberate country, so... Oh, okay. actually, I kind of like that idea. So yeah, I stand corrected. I was under the impression that liberating countries would still increase infamy, but it does not. Not directly, anyway. Put in the conquer state for Kansas. That's already pretty high infamy, and then we can put in for the liberate Confederate States of America, just for the heck of it. So that takes quite a bit of... I don't suppose there's any more war goals that I could, realistically speaking, put in. There's nothing to conquer. Oh, hold on a minute. Do I not have interest in that area? I don't. Don't have interest over there either. Okay, let's spread out the interest a little bit. So make sure that we have all of South America. We got in Italy already. We got one in there. I need to put one in... probably into Manchuria. To open up a little bit trade possibilities there. I could maybe... I mean, opening the Japanese market might not be a terrible idea, but that's probably a bit late for that sort of stuff now. I do wonder... well, we don't have the colonization anymore, do we? So we can't really do much about that one. Or go to Africa or anything like that. I could maybe put one in North Sea. And then maybe we'll put one in... Iberia? Maybe to trade with Portugal or something. Right, but let's start activating the troops, shall we? Let's just double check that our armies are actually... hold on, where's the... right, the army from Mexico, you need to be promoted again, because I know that we've got a bit of extra troops in there. And you are, well, cruel, ambitious, your offense value should be pretty easy. So you're going to be the primary attacker. You're going to be a defender. This is another defender. And the mountain combat expert, I'm going to keep it in reserve for now. We're not going to activate it quite yet. The idea is that we might be... I mean, how strong... well, we've got a roughly the same size fleet. I have a feeling that my fleet is probably a bit higher quality, though. I mean, we can check that real quick. Where do they have naval bases? They've got 13 over here in Mississippi. So they've got monitors with destroyers, torpedo boats, and I believe they've got... no, hold on a minute. Yeah, we got the same tactic. We got submarines, though, so that increases our offense values drastically. Destroyers and monitors, so it's roughly the same quality. Difference is the torpedoes, or torpedo boats and submarines. So in offense, we are going to be a lot better. Alright then. Plus we got the machine guns and all that, so the kill rates are going to be massive. We're also going to be losing a lot of money during this, so we're not going to activate conscripts. That's for sure. So let's unpause. So they've got a lot of... oh, yeah, they've got a lot of war goals as well, so they won't be able to invite anyone in. Let's have a look at the war goals. So there's revoke claims. Oh, actually, yeah, revoking some claims that they have. Or is there anything else? I could, of course... what does the humiliation do, actually? Ah, prestige, okay. And unable to launch any diplomatic plays of their own against the country. They were humiliated for a duration of 60 months. I mean, that's 5 years, but it's basically for the duration of the truce anyway, so I don't think... war operation could actually be quite nice. I'm gonna go for that one. And we've still got some points in there, so revoke claims, I think we'll start... I will take Texas away. It's kind of on the border anyway, so reducing that stuff would be quite handy. Now, troops are activating. We got quite a need for the military goods right now, I reckon. Now, especially automobile. Actually, the automobiles demand isn't quite as bad anymore. We got on a lot of the motor industries built already. Engines is definitely something we need a lot. And electricity is quite bad as well, so that is something we probably need to expand over here as well. I mean, that is already expanding. How many other places do we have that could be easily doing that? Especially something that has a coal mine already, like this one. Actually, yeah, let's get a power plant in there and put that auto-expanding. I mean, the current construction queue is 90 weeks. So we've got quite a bit of things going on in there, but I'm sure that that will get sorted out in due time. So their troop quality should be quite a bit lower than ours, although they have the numbers advantage, no doubt. Oh, they got a defense of 120 now. We've got a defense of 200, though, so, you know. And I suppose, I don't know how good their economy right now is. Oh, right, yeah, we've got Venezuela on our side. So we don't take too much infamy in this war, but then we're going to maybe conquer the Confederates. Well, first we'll probably do the war against Britain, take Mosquito and Guatemala, and then we might do the war against Confederates, because we'll have truce with a lot of the other nations in there, so they won't be able to intervene. Although, well, we'll see how it goes, I suppose. Ooh, Montana discovered even more oil. So how much do we have now? 5. Okay, so it's still not a lot. We could probably get some livestock ranches in there, actually. It's going to take a while to build them, but it's fine. So, as I said, they do have the numbers advantage. Have they started to... No, I don't think they have. First of all, another revolution in Cuba. I'm going to declare neutrality on that one as well. Well, they really can't pacify that area, can they? I don't suppose there's any more... Okay, we've got a little bit more troops in Pacific Coast. And the Great Plains, we've got 10 battalions there now. We're not going to activate those yet. I'm just going to have them sort of be extra defensive forces in there if need be. We've got the 80 battalions attacking. I think we might want to activate the remaining 20 battalions over here as extra defensive help here. Just to be on the safe side. But this is going to be quite expensive warfare, although we are getting more arms industries and power and all that. So I suspect that we will be able to reduce the cost a tiny bit. Also, I suppose we're not getting the investment pool transfers for all of the things right now anyway. So that's causing another issue on top of it. Also getting the electric railways in 6 weeks. So during this war we'll have the electric trains, and that's going to be a massive boost for transportation and everything else. There we go, we got our troops in here. So we estimated have a 1% disadvantage in here, mostly because they've got so much more troops in there. But at the same time, our troop quality, especially on the defense side of things, is pretty decent. We're going to go on speed 3 in this war. Although there's probably not that much happening, let's be honest, but... Our first battle is already taking place. We're attacking... Okay, we're not necessarily winning this battle. They got such a massive amount of troops defending in there. But here's the thing. Where's our fleet? This one. Start raiding convoys over there. And then we've got the other one protecting the coast, I believe. So that should be all that we need to do with the fleets. So we might have to just defend for a little while. Oh, man. Oh, did we run out of... No, we got almost 2 million in investment pool, but I suppose we got so many things like the arts academies and naval bases and such that we're building right now that it's costing us a lot. So the first battle is a bit of a disaster, because I'm pretty sure that if and when they start attacking... So I suppose after this combat we'll just hold our ground for a little bit. There we go, electric railways. So, first of all, urban... Motor industries, electric engines, so that's going to increase the engine production massively. Of course, steel and electricity demands are going to be very high as well. I'm going to start producing a bit more automobiles as well. So the automobile price is going to go down. We'll need a lot more oil and rubber, but that's fine. And the steel mills, well, we could probably put in the rotor valve engine, to be fair, at this stage. Not necessarily needed, but it doesn't hurt. So there we go, that's one thing done, and I suppose we could then increase the railways to electric trains. That's going to increase the electricity and engine consumption a little bit, so that might cause a bit of issues. We're still yet to lose this battle, though. I mean, no, we've taken a lot of casualties in this, actually. I mean, what is the quality of the troops? I didn't check that. Well, oh, they have got the machine gunners in there, okay. Oh, wait a minute. They also just, oh yeah, they got that fairly recently. Well, 5 more months before that, and modifiers completely gone, but yeah, okay, so they've got decent defense right now. Of course, what I can probably do is just, you know, bankrupt them once again, as we've done many times before. And then once the troops aren't really capable of fighting anymore, then we'll just do what we usually do and just march over the border. But yeah, that was quite a painful experience in here. I mean, admittedly, we did attack against more than twice the size of an army. So that probably had a bit of a influence in there. We'll just hold back for a little while, let the troops recover and let them attack us. And I'm sure that they'll take massive casualties in the process. Plus, if we do have a look at the price of the war already, it's 6.5 million on their side already. That ain't too shabby. We sank some American convoys as well. Leave knows no borders. Oh yeah, relations with Colombia, that's actually a good idea. Although, again, they are still a subject, so we can't really do... Oh, there we go. We're sinking a lot of American convoys. I'm just kind of waiting for this battle to be over so I can switch the general to be on the defensive. I'm assuming that they have troops attacking on this front line at least. I mean, if not, that they will probably have some soon enough. They did take at least some casualties. I mean, they've got a lot of demoralization going on their side of the front. Okay, so you will defend instead. And now we'll just let them do the attacking. We'll have the advantage in there. There we go, first combat. They got the numbers advantage, but their offensive values are pretty rubbish. And what do they have? Trained infantry? They should have the... Oh, they declared bankruptcy already. So I'm guessing their defensive values should be dropping as well. Or maybe it's some of the older... Oh no, can it be? Incremental press campaign is 4 years still on the bankruptcy, so they might be part of the older modifiers in there. Also, one of the things that I should have a look at is the journal entries. So, public transit. Oh, public motor carriages, right, we don't have that one yet. But I'm pretty sure that we did switch the railways, didn't we? Oh, right, but they're having a bit of a problem in there. So we got the steel carriages, we got diesel trains, privately owned. It is being subsidized. So yeah, this battle went quite nicely. We lost 5,000 men, they lost already 50,000, more or less. Just the way I like it. Even when we have plunder, we still have over 200 defense. I mean, I suppose that doesn't or have an impact on the defense directly. 250 with Duggan. Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's not a good place to attack, I guess. So, are the Americans getting worse into bankruptcy or not? No, they're not going worse yet. I'm pretty sure that the GDP might be having a bit of an impact in here, though. Or taking a bit of a hit there. I mean, even if this war is a bit protracted, it's fine, because that allows us to reduce the infamy a little bit before we do our war against Britain. Oh, now that is a bit of an attack in there, but this is going to be massive casualties, probably for both sides, to be fair. Although our defense values are pretty darn high in here, and they've already taken 60,000 casualties, those are 15. So it's about a 4 to 1 or something like that, which, to be fair, does kind of track with the offense and defense values. I think we can go a bit higher speed though, because we're mostly defending right now. Poor visibility, oh boy. Yeah, no, that is a massacre and a half. The concrete dockyards. That's gonna unlock the modern ports. Wait, no, that's... Oh, right, that's the building, isn't it? Or the... Yeah. Modern ports, so that would reduce the coal use a bit more. Increase the oil consumption, of course. It will decrease the employment a little bit, but that's probably okay. It does increase the infrastructure as well. A decent chunk and more convoys, so I'll go for that one. And I think we may need to start increasing the oil rigs a bit more in places like Texas. We could have 50 already in there, my goodness. We're down to 97 battalions. We are actually taking fairly heavy casualties as well with the exhausted. But that's mostly demoralization, I suppose. They've lost almost 300,000 men already wounded and dead. Another 100,000 demoralized. And we've lost, well, about 60,000 wounded and dead. And another 40,000 demoralized. So, you know, we've taken already 100,000 casualties, roughly speaking. But this is still going to be a victory. And it's going to be a glorious victory at that. So their cost of war is already 15 million. Ours is about 3.5 million. We're actually making money again now. We've got a pretty good investment pool as well. Oh. I suppose some of the additional expenses have started expiring. I suppose we're still not getting the... Oh yeah, we got the government administrations and all that sort of stuff being built now finally. So there we go, that was another glorious victory. And their defense value is still fairly high, so once we can get to the point where they have... Well, I suppose basically once they become bankrupt again. Oh, they have declared bankruptcy. So I guess their troop quality should be going down. Oh, there's 400 battalions attacking now. Okay, I mean, one of the things that we can do is just, you know, have a few of these massive defenses and then start switching to offensive again. Because they'll be taking so much more casualties that I don't think they can recover from that easily. Now, can we actually see the total numbers over here? 224,000 men versus our 124,000. But they're just taking casualties so much. I think one more battle like this and they will have less manpower in the front line than what we do. And there, oh yeah, the unity is taking a massive hit there. Unfortunately, to win this war, well, I can probably push for all these. They won't take the bestial, of course, right now. But it's just a matter of time before we can start turning on the offensive again. Are they actually... No, there's still was the combat ongoing. That was a victory, so we lost 33,000 men. And they lost 324,000, so, you know, that's a decent increase in there. They are going to do another attack. Oh, Romania mass immigration to Texas. Of course it's Texas. Well, to be fair, there's a lot of the oil industry getting massive amounts of influx of new people. And mutual funds. Oh boy, this is going to be glorious. Okay, this is going to take a few moments, to be fair. But we're going to start switching everything to public traders, so that means a lot more capitalist overall. And that means a lot more investor pool transfers. And at the same time, it also means the sort of average payment from jobs is going to be slightly better. Let's go for the rural stuff as well. Now, technically speaking, it might reduce the... Actually, the investment pool transfers are going down. I suppose since they don't have all of these yet hired, but I'm sure that it is going to go a lot better soon enough. Do I go for chainsaws? Probably could. I mean, tool consumption would go up drastically, so would oil consumption, to be fair. You know what, not going to go for that one quite yet, then. Oh, if I put the... Oh, yeah, let's put that one, so the rubber price is going to go down. The fishing walls could definitely become public traders, so with the whaling and the oil rigs. So now we're already getting over 1,000... Oh, and public transit completed. Roaring engines. Okay, the motor industry's throughput up for a little bit. There we go, so there's going to be another... Oh, wow, they got a plunder as well. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's going to be rough. So how much do they have manpower in there? They've got 300,000. I mean, they started activating some of the conscripts, to be fair, which no doubt is having even higher impact on their economy. Yeah, declared bankruptcy, so that is pretty rough. Losing 50% offense and defense values. They got quite a bit more radicals firing up, hopefully soon as well. I mean, if we do have a look at the war support, so 37% of the population are radical. I'm pretty sure that ours is, well, it's a decent chunk as well, but it's not quite that high, 17%. So let's have a look at this battle. So this, oh wow, yeah, they are still getting more troops in here. Of course, they're activating all the conscripts right now. They've got 400,000 men there. My goodness. Well, there's 300,000 for that right now in this combat here. And yeah, it's going to be another victory. But I suppose if we can just, you know, keep them sort of bankrupt for a while, we'll be fine. Well, there we go. Another standard, or average standard living is already 15.6. The more capitalists they hire, the higher it's going to go. And how's the investment pool? We've got 4 million in there. We're using the construction, or all the investment pool transfers in there, though. So I think what we might want to do, I'm going to get another construction sector in Texas. I think Texas is going to need it. So we can, you know, slowly start increasing the construction speed again. And have the GDP grow even faster. I mean, currently it's actually going down because of the war. It's not too bad, though. Well, partially because of the war, anyway. We have taken a bit of casualties in here, but of course, the enemy's taking a lot more. And the amount of battalions lost on either side is just tremendous. Now, let's have a look at the manpower in here. So they've still got 400,000. We only got 125,000 men on our side. I mean, to be fair, we only got 171 battalions total, and each battle we take quite a bit of casualties as well. But at the same time, the enemy casualties are going to be much, much higher. If you have a look at the overview right now, they've already lost well over 1 million. Lost about 300,000-ish. Their cost of war is already 28 million. For us, it's 6 million, so it's not too bad. But again, we're making money still. They are not. Oh, now we're getting some of the coffee plantations that I've queued up, and the ports. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of various things auto-expanding by now already, because the construction queue isn't that long anymore. Well, that's fine by me. Oh, there we go. There's another massive combat. In which, oh, their offense value is now, your poor visibility is pretty bad. Have they gotten more of the modifiers now? Not really. I do wonder if they are switching their... No. They're not switching the troop quality yet. They got 7... Oh, they're hiring all the conscripts they can. I mean, once they start running out of conscripts a little bit, then we'll be fine. The defense values are now less than what we have offense values, of course, but... Oh, we've got interceptor in here. Not by a lot of fleet, though. So we could potentially do a landing into Florida or something. Of course, that wouldn't necessarily help us, to be fair, and since Illinois is their capital, so we'll just keep these battles going for a little bit longer. Just reduce the enemy numbers further and further. Both are already at 0 war support. Autocrats of Mexico. We can get some more prestige. Or more legitimacy. I'm going to say the legitimacy, actually, because that's going to allow us to get more loyalists overall. I think that's actually going to be very good news for us. Kind of what we need to just do here is wait until their defense values drops a bit further. I don't know if it's going to drop a lot, though. But of course, how much of their population is now radicals? Just out of curiosity. 44%. So they are going to be getting more and more, I reckon. Once it goes over 50%, then I think they might be in trouble. They might have a revolution happen. Ooh, Colombia wants defensive pact. Sure, you're still part of the... Yeah, you're part of the Russian market, but, you know, having a defensive pact might not hurt. Especially if Russia tries to attack them. We can give them a bit of a hand. I think we'll just wait one more battle. Which is this... Oh, wow, that is a massive battle, to be fair. 400,000 men attacking. Now, admittedly, our defensive values are still pretty epic compared to what they have. But yeah, they're taking pretty hefty casualties in here. So I think that it's going to be another victory, and after that one I might start turning some of my armies into offensive. Oh yeah, the defense is now 85. Had they taken another modifier then? In default, yes. So that's going to start having a bit of an impact already. So yeah, I think they're not going to win, although this is going to cost... Well, no, we're still going to win this. Oh, their offense value is 23 right now. And to be fair, they got the poor visibility, and we are camouflaged, so our defense is increased by another 10%. But it is still a bit of rough battles for them. But I think it might be time to switch... Oh, France's damage relations. Now, that is something that I might want to fix. So I'm just going to go on improve relations with them for the time being. Got another naval combat over here against the enemy fleet, trying to intercept me. Not very successfully, mind you. Right, so we did take quite a bit of casualties as well here, so that's going to cause some issues. Well, we'll... trade unions, I suppose they are already below 10. But to be fair, if we do... Well, no, I don't want to lose the job creator bonus right now, so we'll just go with that. And there we go, that's going to be another victory. There we go. And I think at this stage it might be time to switch this army. I'm just going to double check. Actually, can we even see the total number of troops in here? I mean, we can see the battalions, but like manpower-wise. Don't know. We'll start attacking anyway. But the attack is going to have to wait until the next episode, because we've been going a fair bit over time here. So if you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.